There is an 800-year-old Japanese technique that can erase your anxiety in 90 days. But it comes with a price. You will have to fall. Fail. Get up. Fall again. And again. And again. Here's the truth most people miss. The least anxious people in the world don't avoid discomfort. They walk straight into it. While most people spend years trying to control anxiety, avoiding social situations, avoiding confrontation, postponing difficult conversations, these people do the exact opposite. And the more they face discomfort, the stronger they become. 8 centuries ago, Japanese warriors discovered 4 powerful concepts that, when combined, create unshakable inner strength. This method has nothing to do with positive affirmations or pretending to feel confident. It's a system built on action. The first concept is Nanakorobi Yaoki, fall 7 times, get up 8. When combined with Fudation, the unwavering mind, something changes. You stop trying to eliminate anxiety and start acting despite it. This goes against everything modern self-help teaches you, because it's not about feeling confident. It's about acting without confidence. Before we explore how this method works in real life, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and tell me in the comments, what situation causes you the most anxiety? Meetings? Difficult conversations? Meeting new people? Now, back to the story. Chapter 1. The Invisible Prison. Austin was 28 years old when he realized anxiety had built a prison around his life. What made it worse was that he had built every bar of that cage himself. He worked as a freelance graphic designer. He was talented. He earned well. But he had a secret problem. He couldn't deal with people. Client calls made his heart race even before dialing. In-person meetings? He avoided them completely. Video calls? He joined late on purpose so no one would notice him. Slowly, anxiety began to control his choices. He turned down good projects because they required presentations. He stopped attending networking events. He left designer groups because talking about his own work felt unbearable. The anxiety wasn't dramatic panic attacks. It was constant chest tightness, mental exhaustion from always avoiding things, until one day a message arrived. Austin, we love your portfolio. We want you to lead our brand redesign. You'll need to present it to the board on Thursday. Is that okay? Dream project. DreamPay. Austin stared at the message, already knowing what he was about to reply. Before he could type his usual excuse, his friend Carol said, "You're going to refuse again, right?" "I can't," Austin replied. "You don't understand what it's like standing in front of 6 people judging you." Carol looked at him and said, "So you're going to spend your whole life hiding? How much longer can you live like this?" That question hit him hard. How many opportunities had he already turned down this year? 5? 10? He couldn't even remember anymore. "I've tried," Austin said quietly. "I've tried to fix this. The anxiety always comes back." Carol replied calmly, "Because you try to jump too far. You want to leap when you should be learning how to fall." She continued, "You know that Japanese saying, fall 7 times, stand up 8. You keep waiting to be brave enough not to fall. But what if the secret is learning to fall without breaking?" Austin didn't fully understand it, but something about that sentence stayed with him. That night, he searched for it. Nanakorobi Yaoki, fall 7 times, get up 8. A samurai principle of resilience. And while reading, he discovered something else. Fudation, an unwavering mind. Not a mind without fear, but a mind that fear cannot move. And in that moment, Austin finally understood the mistake he had been making his entire life. He had always tried to eliminate anxiety before acting, waiting for the day he would finally feel confident, waiting for fear to disappear. But the samurai did the opposite. They acted despite fear, and through repetition, they trained their bodies to function Even while the mind screamed to stop, that realization changed everything. Austin replied to the client, "I can present it on Thursday." Chapter 2. The system of the fall. Thursday arrived. Austin hadn't slept on Wednesday night. His stomach churned all day. When he entered the meeting room, his hands were shaking so badly he had to grip his laptop tightly just to hide it. 6 people stared at him. Silence. He opened his mouth to speak. His voice faltered. He tried again. "Good morning. I brought some ideas." 5 minutes later, he was sweating heavily. 10 minutes later, he had forgotten half of what he wanted to say. 15 minutes later, the CEO interrupted. "Austin, I don't think this is at the level we need yet. Let's reassess." He left the room devastated. He called Carol. "I failed completely." I froze in front of them. "Excellent," she replied. "What do you mean, excellent?" "You fell once. 6 more to go." "Carol, I'm not going to humiliate myself 6 more times." She answered calmly. "You spent 28 years avoiding falling. And look what happened. You never learned how to get up. Everyone who's good at something has fallen 100 times. You only fell once. Congratulations, you finally started." Austin wanted to hang up, but something about her words made sense. He researched Nanakorobi Yaoki further and discovered something crucial. The principle was never about falling 7 times and magically succeeding on the 8th. It was about training your nervous system not to collapse every time you fall. Every fall is training. Every time you get up, your brain learns, "We survived." It wasn't the end of the world. A Stanford neuroscientist who studied anxiety for over 15 years explains, the amygdala learns through repeated experience. Avoidance reinforces fear circuits. Confrontation followed by survival builds evidence of safety. It takes repeated exposure for the brain to recalibrate. Austin decided to run an experiment. If he had to fall 7 times, he would fall on purpose. Small falls. Controlled falls. He made a list. Call 3 clients and speak for 5 minutes. Even while trembling, speak at least once in 1 meeting per week. Post a short video on Instagram about design. Even with a shaky voice, attend a networking event and talk to 2 people. Give a short 10-minute presentation to a small group. Lead an entire project meeting for a client who had once rejected him. Each item was a scheduled fall. He could fail. He could freeze. He could stutter or sweat, but he would get up every time. Week 1, he called 3 clients. His voice shook in all 3 calls. In 1 call, he had to apologize and ask for 10 seconds just to breathe. It was awful. But he finished. Week 2, team meeting. He forced himself to speak. "I think we could use blue instead of green." Thin voice. Sweaty palms. But he spoke. Week 3, he posted the video. Recorded it 15 times before finding one that wasn't completely painful to watch. You could still see the nervousness. He posted it anyway. Chapter 3. Beginner's Mind. Week 4 arrived. The networking event. Austin walked in and saw 40 people chatting, laughing, and exchanging business cards. His instinct was to turn around and leave. Then he remembered. This is only the 4th fall. He took a deep breath and walked to the coffee table. He stood there holding a cup like a shield. 10 minutes passed. No courage. Then a woman approached him. "First time here?" She said, "I hate these events too, but I've discovered a trick. I pretend I'm a reporter studying how designers think. I just ask questions. Much easier than trying to impress people." Austin laughed for the first time that night. "That's brilliant." They talked for 15 minutes. She introduced him to someone else. Austin asked a question. The other person spoke for 10 minutes. Austin just listened. By the end of the night, he had spoken to 4 people. He hadn't been impressive. He hadn't been confident. But he had fallen. And he had gotten back up. And that's when Carol introduced the fourth concept to him: Shoshin, the beginner's mind.